Come back to Yirara.
Today, in Teachers Acts Wrong, the boss is counting up your wage. You show up to collect your money and you're very excited. You've got a lot of things you want to spend it on. The boss puts your money into an envelope and hands it to you, shaking your hand. When you arrive at home, you realize that you should have $250. But when you count it, you only have $150, which means the boss forgot to give you $100. When you realize it's the wrong amount, you head back to your boss and you explain that he was supposed to give you $250. He apologizes because he must have miscounted, and he grabs the remaining $100 in $50 notes and sends you on your way.
Daniel, what are you going to spend your money on?
I'm going to go do a bit of shopping, I reckon. Hi, we're with Mr. Gilbert here at the clinic. What are some things the Yirara clinic uses money for?
At the clinic, we normally spend money to buy special equipment like this one. This one checks vital signs, which is quite important for me checking what's wrong with someone. We also spend money on some medical supplies, which needed not just here at the clinic, but into the academic and into the boarding as well.
Alright, thank you, mister.
Words of our week this week. We have currency, and the Australian currency that we use is made up of dollars and cents. Now it's really important that we understand the value of our notes. We have our biggest note, $100. Then we have a $50 note, a $20 note, a $10 note, and a $5 note. Now we also have $1 and $2 coins, but we're not going to worry about those today. We're just going to have a look at our notes. Now if you were going into the shop, it's really important that you understand the value of the money so that you know that you're not going to get ripped off. So if you were going into a shop and you wanted to buy a hamburger, and the hamburger costs $6, would you be able to buy that using your $5 note, or would you need a $10 note? That's right, you'd need a $10 note for a $6 hamburger, because $5's not enough, is it? Now if you pay with a $10 note, do you wait for change, and how much change would you get? Yes, of course you wait for change, and you get $4. Let's look at something a little bit more expensive. This time, we want to buy a hamburger that's $6 and a drink that's $5. Can we work out how much that is? $6 and another $5 would be $11. So can you use your $10 note for that? No, you'd have to use your 20, wouldn't you? And do you know how much change you would get? 20, take away 11, that's right, you'd get $9 change. What about if you wanted some phone credit for your phone? Because you know, you need that if you're going to send us in photos of what you're doing at school. So if you want to get $40 worth of phone credit, could you use your $20? No, because you'd need two of those, wouldn't you? Because 2 20s is 40. You'd have to have your $50 note to get $40 worth of credit. So how much change would you get? Which note would it be, do you think? You gave the lady $50 for your $40 phone credit, and she would give you a $10 note back. That's correct. $10 change.
Hi, Miss Renee. What do you like to spend money on?
I like to spend money on
everything.
G'day, and welcome to another exciting episode of STEM, Science, Technology, Engineering and Maths. In today's episode, we will be using 3 ingredients. We need vinegar, we need an egg, and it must be raw, and we need a beaker. What will we be doing with these 3 things, you ask? Wait and see.
Just a normal, everyday egg. Don't drop it because it's not hard boiled, it's raw. Pour the vinegar in so it just covers to the top of the egg.
Whoa.
Yep, stop. We'll watch what happens to the egg.
Oh.
Reacting with the calcium in the eggshell.
So like it's boiling it inside.
So we'll see what happens. We're going to leave it on the windowsill here for a couple of days.
Couple days.
Yep. And see what happens to it. Okay?
It's gonna go. It's gonna go. Ding.
Ding. What do you mean ding? So what causes this to happen? Well, the vinegar contains acetic acid and the eggshell is basically calcium and carbonate. So the little bubbles that we see forming around it as we looked over it the last couple of days were actually the carbonate reacting in the acetic acid forming carbon dioxide. The shell, which was calcium, was what dissolved. So they're sort of separated out into 2 things. I'm just going to take it out one more time and clean it up a bit. And all the little brown bits should actually just rub off the egg. And there's our egg, minus all its eggshell. Nice and squishy, and definitely very bouncy. We hope you enjoy making these at home. They're great fun to play with.
Now today, we're actually going to do 2 activities. So in our second activity, you are going to need a beaker or cup of water, ordinary everyday water, a whiteboard marker, so you may need to go and speak nicely to your teacher or to the clinic or someone who has a whiteboard marker, and a bowl. And what we do with that is yet to be seen.
So, how does this water animation work? Well, the key is actually in the whiteboard markers themselves. There's a colour pigmentation inside, which is what gives each marker its individual colour. There's a solvent which dissolves the colour pigmentation throughout the marker. But then there's also a polymer or a resin, which is what makes the markers erasable. It prevents the ink from sticking and allows you to rub it off. And this is the key to the water animation. Once you draw on your object, whatever it may be, Once the solvent has evaporated off, it leaves only the ink and the resin behind. So when you pour the water on, very gently, because it's a fragile drawing, the water gets underneath the drawing and actually lifts it up, and the polymer floats on top of the water. And you can see it because of the ink that's still left behind in the polymer. So we'd love you to try this at home. Be sure to take some pictures and send them through to us. See you next time.
What
What
up?
up?
Welcome
Welcome
back to a deadly episode of Word of the Day. I'm Miss Moesha.
And I'm Miss Eloise. And let's take a look at the word of the day.
The word of the day is yalka, meaning bush
bush
onion.
onion. So let's take a look at some of our staff here at Yirara saying,
Yalka, meaning bush onion.
Yalka.
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 Practice saying yalka, meaning bush onion, at home.
we'll see you mob next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello everyone, this is Miss Andrea. Nice to be with you again. Remember, we've been talking about settings, which is where your story takes place. Also, we've been using the 5 senses. Please, I'd like you to look at your worksheet for week 4, the setting. This is the last lesson before you choose where your story will be and write down what you can see, hear, taste, touch and smell. Remember, I'm using adjectives or descriptive words to help you imagine that place or country. Next, you can look at these images and then, if you like, close your eyes and see if the words make up a picture. We're out at Community. What can you see? Dirt road, houses, green trees, faraway mountains, wire fences, black crows. What can you hear? Dogs barking, people talking, music, revving cars, a generator. What can you touch or feel? The hot sun, dry dirt, smell, smoke, dust, taste. Kangaroo tail. Now let's look at the next slide. This is in the top end. What can you see? White clouds, flat, clean water, 2 brothers, a spear, and a long white beach. Here, fellas talking, family on the beach, touch and feel, smooth rocks, little wind, smell, salt water, fish cooking, fire on the beach. Taste, fresh water to drink and sweet white fish. With the words I used, Could you imagine that place? Now it's time for you to do your Week 4 literacy worksheet. Remember, use some adjectives and describing words and help us to imagine your country. Take us there. Okay, well done everyone. Bye for now.
My hometown is Victor Harbour in South Australia. Most of the students at Yirara have probably never been to Victor Harbour, so I'm going to describe it for you. Victor Harbour has beautiful sparkling oceans that cover the whole coast of the town. It is a very peaceful town, and if you live near the ocean, you can often hear the waves crashing at night. However, in the summertime, it gets really busy with tourists and there's always noisy traffic, and you can sometimes hear distant music and laughter of their parties. Whenever I visit home, I always get a really strong hit of the seaweed smell as soon as I get out of the car. You can also smell the smoke from the steam train that runs along the coast. I always love getting hot chips and eating them on the beach when I'm home. I love the salt taste and how they're crunchy on the outside but soft on the inside. The ocean is always cold when you go for a swim, and even in the summertime there's always a chilly southern breeze. Victor Harbour is a really nice place to live in, and I look forward to seeing how you describe your community.
Okay, today we're going to be drawing a clown. So I've started just by drawing a border and an outline of the face. You are more than welcome to use a similar pen, a fine tip black pen. If you don't have one of these, you can also just use a really sharp grey lead pencil. So I'm just putting in with my pen the details of the face, and when I'm happy with the face, I'm going to start using various different marks to add tone and texture to my drawing. Okay, so lots of little dashes on the eyelid, shading the pupil, the eyebrows, and lots of little squiggly lines which add some texture for the hair. You might want to practice on a piece of paper some of these marks before you do your drawing. One of my favourite marks, cross-hatching, lots of little crisscross. some shading. And I've decided to give this clown some facial hair. So I'm mainly just using lots of different dots and dashes. Around the eye, I'm adding a bit of shadow, but I'm using dots. So lots of dots which have been clustered together. Don't be afraid to overlap. And more facial hair. Teardrop, and you'll notice here how I'm starting to add a little bit of colour, but I'm using the pencil on the side to create thicker lines in my drawing. And just a little bit of colour. And that is my clown using lots of different marks. Thick lines, dots, dashes. Have a go.
Mickey J, what's new?
I'm just thinking about where to go to next for our community visit. What about Minyerri?
Oh, you know what? I've never been there before. I heard a lot of beautiful waterholes around Minyerri.
Only this time, Jamie, we're not driving. We're flying, my man.
Yes, all this driving around is exhausting. Bags packed?
Right there.
Oh, no worries.
Hey Mickey J, today we are looking at the way doing things like hunting, gathering and eating together builds special memories and makes a family strong.
Come on you mob, we've got a plane to catch.
All aboard!
Thank you, cabin crew. Please prepare the aircraft for our departure.
This is your captain speaking. Today we will be departing Alice Springs and arriving in Minyerri. The flight time will be 3 hours and 5 minutes, so please sit back, relax and enjoy your flight. Thank you for choosing Yirara Airlines.
My name is Tiffany and I am your customer service manager. Showing today for your in-flight entertainment, stories about Minyerri.
Minyerri is 1,075 kilometers from Alice Springs. You drive up the Stewart Highway and turn right at Minyerri.
In Minyerri, we have water park and 2 shops and playground, 1 police station, office and church.
This sign is saying we have to take notice and help each other.
This is the clinic near the school. There's a couple of people who works in this clinic. There is a doctor, a nurse, and a health worker.
This is the Yirara2u Community Store. You can buy healthy food, but not much fast food.
In 2013, they built a water park. It opens every hot day and after school. This is our school. It goes from preschool to year 9, and we also have a creche. This is the Billabong. We like to go canoeing, swimming and fishing. We catch catfish, freshwater turtles, yabbies and brims. There are freshwater crocodiles in there too. In Minyerri Art Center, they sell paintings and Aboriginal artifacts.
This is Miss Sandra, and I was fortunate enough to take our students home to Minyerri, and I was very excited that I was going to get to visit and see their community so that I could picture in my mind where they come from. We got to fly over Minyerri so that they could all see that we were coming. So by the time we landed, lots of the families were down at the airstrip waiting for us. Hey guys, hope you're staying safe out on community. We really miss you, and I'm hoping you're enjoying all the videos that we're making for you. Bye.
I went to Minyerri in 2019 and saw Patricia Farrell at Minyerri School. That's a good school. Saw Pastor Darren Farrell there. Saw Reverend Michael too and his family. And I would like to visit again to see more about that Alawa country. And we miss you all, and we hope everything's okay for you. See you later.
So I've had the pleasure of being able to go to Minyerri a couple of times. I went with Pete once, and I've also been with Sam. The time I went with Pete, Maddie Robinson and Laurie Charlie, they took us out to a place called Balla Glen, which is a nice little waterhole. I didn't go swimming. When we got there, we saw a little crocodile upside down, but Maddie and Laurie definitely jumped in. They were a bit braver than I was. And we took our fishing lines, we went fishing. We didn't catch a thing. We got our bait taken a fair few times, but that was about it. Actually, we spotted a goanna. So the challenge or the chase was on for this poor little goanna. Well, it was quite a size goanna really. And we probably spent the next hour trying to catch her in different ways with a fishing line, up a tree, and it was quite a challenge, and we got so close but never got that goanna. But it was an absolutely beautiful spot. If you get an opportunity, you should definitely get out there and have a look. Big shout out to all the people in Minyerri. Thank you very much for your hospitality, and all the students in all the communities. I hope you're safe and well, so be safe, stay well, and we'll see you soon.
Minyerri truly is something special. What splendid country. What have you got at your place?
Let's have a look and listen to some of the work that was sent in this time.
Hey guys, the next time you go hunting or swimming with your family, take a couple of pictures and send it through. We'd love to see it. See you next time.
We're nearly there. We'll do it again.
Hey, what a Mickey J, what's new?
About Minyerri, I was hooked. I want to go there.
Oh, you know what, I've never been there before. I heard there's a lot of beautiful waterholes that surround Minyerri.
Some of our students are from there, and I'd love to visit.
This time he's confident. A young man with 2 Formula 1 driver names. Alonso Nelson and Nelson PK. Give us a look. Take a bow, Alonso. Well done. This time he's confident. A young man with 2 Formula 1 driver names. Alonso Nelson and Nelson PK. Give us a look. Take a bow, Alonso. Well done.
Good morning!
Welcome back to Yirara.